Well, I think the most iconic suit in the world, I did it in the 70s with Grant Parsons.
Okay, sure.
And everything became popular, maybe because of the bad rap the radio gave me at the time. Why would I dare put cannabis sativa on a suit?
Right.
The young artists, like, searching way up there, Grant Parsons. Really, Grant Parsons and I worked on that thing for months.
No kidding. Really.
But what would a guy like me not do something? I get excited. To me, let's break the ice. What a great manifestation against, during that time, everybody, all the countries, Man, grass was like a sin word,
Right.
Not really.
Right.
It
Sure.
was like an arrow,
Right.
sent to the heart of church.
Right.
And it was like that
Yeah.
everywhere. So they did that.
It's very rock and roll. I mean,
Come on, well, the 50s,
yeah.
television, rock and roll,
Sure.
women voting. I mean, the peel. Oh my God! Even
Right.
even Laurel got 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 into that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Because things were happening all over the world. Now I think America really, the American continent got the fame all over the world. Just because of that era, the 50s in USA.
Mm-hmm.
Because Mexico and all the countries that I've known, Central, South America, we were all just nice little guys and doing our own little beliefs and all that. We were so different, but the 50s, I love the 50s, man. I was growing up in them.
Yeah.
As a bigger man,
Right.
I just loved it, man.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you that when some of the tailors or designers of the time, so many of them I know them all today, but I knew all of them then at the time. And they say, man, you're making clothes for the Rat Pack. I said, I didn't even know who Frank Sinatra was. I swear to God.
Really?
He gave me $1,000 tip put in my coat.
No
I
kidding.
divorced. So, yeah. That's when I said, I really better learn about these guys.
Right.
Because it was fun to dress them, but boring to make clothes. Kind of the same.
Sure. Understood.
I wasn't born for that.
Yeah.
Regular clothes, come on.
Yeah.
Let it.
Yeah. Look around.
So it's just like impossible.
Right.
So Grant Parsons really, later years, he kind of opened my mind more and more. And I did crazy things, like organ suits for the Rolling Stones. I did like crazy stuff for a lot of people. And I just let go as being, hey, you know what? This is great.
Yeah.
And the world is opening up more and more and more. Even now in the pandemic, there are things that we're getting to know each other better, I think. Things can work for the best.
Yeah. Sure.
Bad things can work for the best.
True. No, I agree. When I look at the backdrop here and the flamboyancy, to me, because take Elvis, for instance. I'm a huge Elvis fan.
So I know.
Yeah. A lot of people gravitate towards the man and his voice. I've always been about the man and his image. Mm-hmm. And even that's my first interest with most artists is their look, their brand, their persona, when they're wrapped in clothing like this. Because this screams rock and roll. This screams real country music to me. And I'm not trying to get into a sour note. I mean, there's a lot of talented artists out there today, but it's a shame that they don't embrace this type of artwork?
Well, because it kind of, goes in eras, like I tell you. In my times, eras were like every 20 years or every different family. The granddaughter will be kind of impossible. It's the brother and the other kid and the other. Those nowadays eras are every 10 years. So I've seen the change in fashion all the time. I I I have been accused for many things. The holy pants. Why did I do that? I don't know. But Dwight had his own ideas. Hello.
Yeah.
He made country music hip again.
Yeah. I've always thought he looked, and I love his music, but he truly had a badass appeal to him. He really did. And
I glorify him. Kid with fresh ideas, moving on, be himself,
not afraid to take.
chances, never. He brought uh, Balcons out of obscurity precisely because that he did more shine than actually Balcons, but he was cool.
Right. He pulled it off very well.
Oh my
Thanks
God.
to you.
Well,
No,
no,
really,
well, it's all right. His talent is pretty good, and I believe in my artists a lot.
Yeah.
And I think that such a glorious time for him to rise up. He even got in the movies.
Yeah, he's right. And I tell you, I give him credit. He's really.
You need to. That's why I say that.
He's a very talented guy.
Talented people make it. Yeah. Salud.
Tell me a little bit about your relationship with Waylon Jennings.
Grand, Of course, Jess is the better friend, but
Sure.
Who in the world wouldn't love Jesse Coleman,
Right.
But I love this guy because he was erratic as hell. Waylon had the thing. I could give you a visual thing that I did to him.
Okay.
I went to Lake Tahoe, and he was going to try one of the dusters on that I had done for a movie, the Lone Riders.
Okay.
They kind of Johnny, Chris, well, they were kind of William, that long coat.
Outlaw, cowboy.
Yeah, because they probably loved the movie. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And he says, I apologize, came out from the shower to try on the jacket. He says, brothers, one of these days I'm going to kick this habit away. And because I have seen the stuff at the center table,
right,
I threw it into the fireplace. Jesus, I almost caused a fire in the hotel.
Really?
And you can see Waylon running like sort of an O.J. Simpson steps, running through.
Right.
What have you done? I said, you say you want to get rid of it, man.
Trying to save it.
That's a bad joke, man. But hey, I would take risks too.
Yeah, sure.
So we became close friends,
Right.
very close friends.
Right.
And I go along, and then I dress his son. I'm gonna dress the other kid, and it's gonna be third generation.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Johnny, the same way. 1, 2, 3 generations also. And I think I'm going for the fourth, just like Williams, because Hank, Daddy, Hank Jr., his son, and now his son's son I dress too.
No kidding.
So there's 4 Williams.
Wow.
And in the way, the daughters and other people.
Sure.
But the personality, or let's say the tradition, he loved it. The family tradition lays on Hank Jr. Because my only pride with Hank Jr. is I made him his first outfit ever in his life.
Really?
Sure, I made him a nice Western outfit. He's got a picture of it. I never take pictures of any kind with anybody. Never had.
Sure.
Everybody takes pictures with me.
Right.
Which is nice. I feel honored. They made me really, all these people. They, you know, you become also iconic because of them.
Right. Sure.
So, look at Marty Stuart. I can't get him out of the store.
Which I know you're very close with Marty.
Oh, very much close, you know.
And with Marty, he's another one. He's really stood out. I love his music, but the look that you've given him is so stand out. And I can recall, in the 90s, the Marty Party and, the filmings going down and, all the filmings they did at like the Wild Horse Saloon and all, in different places that Marty would be. And, I'd have people ask, or they'd comment on his look. And I was like, that guy's badass. Unique? Oh, so unique. And to me, it's like he stood out and he was a great talent. He still is a great talent, of course. But he's, tucking the jeans and the boots and
a lot of things.
Just fantastic,
Well, those eras, I'm going to call them like that, okay? Because there's a fusion in it. But traditional music, traditional talent, historian, Little Marty.
Oh, absolutely. Historian.
Why do I call him Little Marty? He's taller than me. I don't know. But that's
Sure.
I have had some experiences with these people. And going back to Waylon, I love Waylon a lot.
Yeah.
And I have respect by all these people, man. I remember, like I said before, and I'll repeat it again, I remember when I used to make black suits for Willie Nelson. Straight black suits.
Something.
And then something changed, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You break that egg and you come out, hey, come on.
And that's when he had no facial hair, no long hair. I mean, I've seen some old promotional photos. He looked like he could be a door-to-door salesman. It's really kind of funny now because his trademark look,
But he was.
Yeah, entirely different. Well, I really appreciate your time. I could listen to you all day. I really could. Yeah. For the audience, any particular story of any artist that might shock us, or you don't reveal anything you don't want to reveal, but maybe just stand out, or a standout person that you worked with that you were especially fond of?
Well, my heroes, being born in Mexico 3 million years ago, and then coming to the United States of America, and then finding all these opportunities to make it into this fashion stuff. I have met a lot of great personalities, like
presidents.
I could mention everybody.
Presidents.
Presidents, four presidents I have dressed. I've dressed kings, queens, princesses, as she said. But the people that really, I think, was like, they're not the grandest, but they are in the grandeur of my beginnings. How can you imagine Manuel walking like 5 miles through some little town to go to the little theater where the runs of the Lone Ranger go like this? We'll crowd up to see the Lone Ranger. I come to the United States of America. I meet the new Lone Ranger, Clayton Moore.
Sure.
And I dressed him until the day he died.
Wow.
Come on.
What a childhood dream come true. That's amazing.
And then
really is.
I was working for the tightest butt, the White Rat, I'm talking about Bob Hope, all those guys, Bing Crosby, all those guys. And one day I get to meet Johnny Weissmuller. Parsons, oh my God.
Wow.
So that's
another
and
boyhood.
another story of my life too. to kind of have communion with these people.
Sure.
And those are moments that you never forget. But meeting great people, I have done that. I met Frida Kahlo, my hero from childhood, in her dying bed in Mexico City. I met the Elephant Man, her husband, Diego.
Really?
And the next day I measured Pablo Picasso because friends of him, which I don't want to mention their names because he was criticized as being a communist, so he never could come to the United States of America.
I see.
So, but the people from here, politicians, of course, they sent me to Mexico City to measure into making a Western outfit.
Wow.
Isn't that great?
It's-
Hello.
You couldn't have written.
Meeting Salvador Dali in Toluca Lake and to make some Western shirts.
Wow. You couldn't have written that in Hollywood. I mean, that's a script of scripts. And that's phenomenal. Really.
But you know, those are the things that make my life better than anything, better than living.
Right.
Is to have those moments.
Yeah. That's great.
That's what I really, and please do not forget, I got a lot of kicks making suits for you so you could look like Elvis Presley too. You know?
Oh, well, thanks. I appreciate it.
No, a lot of people did. Look at the Wayne Cochran. Look at the Bee Gees, and oh my God, I could go forever.
Yeah.
But
It's endless. Your clientele list is
it's
insane. It really is.
Yeah, but
I mean, all the
I really
genres.
have an enjoyment that is so particular to me. You know, that union that happens. You know, it's between two people that have whatever ambition they have. I'm talking about my client and I, for the fusion of the cloth, which I love. I want to die with my scissors in my hand.
Wow. Well, you're truly a legend, and I sincerely mean that. No, you really.
But I'm barely 23 years old. How's that?
Me as well.
Bless you, see
Hey,
you, man.
thank you so much.
Thank you for your
Hey,
visit.
and thank
man.
you for the duds. I appreciate it. As always, I know we go back. I was figuring out 25 years now, which is
Woo-hoo.
crazy.
Keep
I found
talking to me like that.
I found some old photos of us, like way back. So, but no, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.